On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Annoying.
Making someone feel slightly angry.
Examples:
Annoying banner ad. Annoying habit. The phone call is an annoying interruption.
Agnostic.
A person who believes that it is impossible to know whether there is a God.
Examples:
Agnostic worldview. Agnostic position. Her scientific background led her to be agnostic about the existence of a higher power.
Interaction.
The act of connecting with someone, mainly when working, playing, or spending time with them.
Examples:
The interaction between man and his environment. Interaction among human beings. The interaction of the two groups is good for brainstorming.
Inspiration.
Something that motivates or encourages someone to create or achieve something, or a feeling of excitement or creativity.
Examples:
Source of inspiration. Get inspiration from nature. He found inspiration in the works of his favorite authors.
Interact.
To communicate or react with somebody.
Examples:
Interact directly with customers. Interact with one another. He should interact more with his colleagues.
Strip.
To remove the surface from something. Noun, a sizable narrow piece of something such as paper, metal, cloth, etc., or area of land, sea, etc.
Examples:
Strip a tire off. Coast strip. The doctor advised him to strip down for a check.
Comply.
To obey an order, set of rules, or request.
Examples:
Comply with a code. Fully comply with all laws. The public schools comply with federal standards.
Feat.
A notable or impressive achievement, especially one that requires great skill or bravery.
Examples:
Intellectual feat. Feat accomplishment. It is an incredible feat to climb Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world.
Simplify.
To make something more straightforward, more understandable, or easier to do.
Examples:
Simplify my life. Simplify the process. Please simplify your explanation for the children.
Probe.
A tool used for testing or examining, especially for medical or scientific purposes, or an exploratory mission to a planet or other celestial body. Verb, to investigate, examine, or search into something.
Examples:
A lunar probe. Probe for inside information. NASA sent a probe to study the atmosphere of Jupiter.
Embryonic.
Of or relating to an embryo, equals an animal organism in the early stages of growth, in an early stage of development.
Examples:
Embryonic stem cells. Embryonic development. The project is still in its embryonic stage.
Insight.
The ability to gain an accurate and deep understanding of people or situations, an accurate and deep understanding of what something is like.
Examples:
A profound insight. Share my insights. We gained various insights by analyzing the vast amount of data owned by the company.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Simultaneously.
At the same time.
Examples:
Simultaneously affected. Take several inputs simultaneously. Two students answered the teacher's question simultaneously.
Eavesdrop.
To listen to someone else's conversation without their knowledge or permission.
Examples:
Eavesdrop conversation. Eavesdrop on a secret plot. I accidentally eavesdropped on a confidential meeting last week.
Needle.
A thin, pointed object typically used for sewing or medical purposes, a metal or plastic instrument used for administering injections or drawing blood.
Examples:
Needle prick. Sewing needle. The acupuncturist inserted needles into specific points on my body to alleviate my pain.
Radioactive.
Emitting powerful and dangerous energy when the nuclei, equal central parts, of atoms are broken up.
Examples:
Radioactive decay. Radioactive isotope. The radioactive material was carefully stored in a lead-lined container.
Clinical.
Of or relating to the examination and treatment of patients rather than theoretical or laboratory studies.
Examples:
Clinical surgery. Participate in clinical trials. She received special clinical training at the hospital.
Cognitive.
Of or relating to mental processes of understanding.
Examples:
Improve cognitive function. Research on cognitive psychology. His cognitive faculties were getting worse because of a lack of sleep.
Functional.
Designed for or capable of a particular activity, purpose, or task, practical or ready for use or service.
Examples:
Field of functional medicine. Functional deafness. The mobile phone was still functional even after being dropped.
Magnetic.
Having the properties of attracting or repelling certain materials containing iron or steel.
Examples:
Magnetic field. A magnetic tape. The magnetic force of the Earth keeps our planet spinning.
Resonance.
A deep, full, or reverberating sound or tone, a quality or feeling of a particular emotional or mental vibration or significance, a mutual or sympathetic connection or correspondence between two things.
Examples:
Resonance frequency. Harmonic resonance. The singer's voice filled the auditorium with beautiful resonance.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Incarnation.
The embodiment of a concept or idea in a physical form, a person or thing that personifies something.
Examples:
Former incarnation. Incarnation of stupidity. The novel is an incarnation of the author's experiences and imagination.
Snapshot.
An informal photograph, especially one taken quickly.
Examples:
Take a snapshot. Developed snapshot. There were framed snapshots of family and friends in her room.
Stomach.
The internal organ in the body where food is digested, situated in the abdomen, the part of the body below the chest that contains the stomach.
Examples:
Upset stomach. Stomach virus. I have a stomach ache after overeating junk food.
Grayscale.
Referring to an image, display, or visual representation that uses shades of gray, ranging from black to white, rather than colors. Noun, a range of gray shades from white to black, as used in a monochrome display or printout.
Examples:
Website in grayscale. Grayscale printing. The doctor examined the patient's x-rays and noticed a grayscale image indicating a bone fracture.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Microscopic.
tiny, exceedingly precise and detail-oriented, of or used in microscopy.
Examples:
Microscopic inquiry, microscopic analysis. Inspectors noticed microscopic cracks in the submarine's hull.
Independence.
Freedom from another's or others' control or influence.
Examples:
Financial independence, independence ceremony. There is nothing more valuable than independence and freedom.
Neural.
Of or relating to a nerve or the nervous system that includes the brain.
Examples:
Neural stem cells, neural networks in AI. There was a disturbance of neural function.
Software.
A set of computer programs and associated documentation and data for doing particular computational jobs.
Examples:
Software architect, copyrighted software. The company specializes in both hardware and software.
Tight.
Fixed, fastened, or kept together firmly or closely.
Examples:
A tight game. Student on a tight budget. The national election was held amid tight security.
Correlate.
To have a connection or relationship in which one thing affects or depends on another.
Examples:
Correlate closely with the quality. Correlate to the size. We may frequently correlate age with the frequency of disease.
Proxy.
A person or entity that is authorized to act on behalf of another person or entity.
Examples:
Healthcare proxy. Proxy server. She voted by proxy because she was unable to attend in person.
Literally.
In the real or original meaning of a word or phrase, in a literal sense or way, not figuratively.
Examples:
Translate literally. Bite his tongue literally. He literally jumped out of his chair when he heard the news.
Revolution.
A large-scale attempt to overthrow the government of a country, often using violence or war.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. A political revolution. The revolution by the citizen resulted in a redistribution of wealth.
Domain.
A specific sphere of influence or control, a specific field of knowledge or expertise.
Examples:
Domain of use. A dependent domain. The company's domain in the market was expanding to new territories.
Motor.
A device that converts electricity, fuel, etc. into movement and makes a machine, vehicle, etc. work.
Examples:
A motor mechanic. DC motor control. Energy-efficient motors are needed to maximize the cruising distance of electric vehicles.
In-law.
A relative by marriage, such as a mother-in-law, brother-in-law, or sister-in-law.
Examples:
Future in-law. Meeting in-laws. My sister-in-law is a pediatrician who works in a children's hospital.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
Emotional health. Emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Device.
A piece of equipment, tool, or technology that serves a particular purpose or function, often mechanical or electronic.
Examples:
Electronic device. Tracking device. I always carry a backup device in case my phone runs out of battery.
Variable.
Likely to change or vary often, noun, a symbol, like X or Y, that is used in mathematical or logical expressions to represent a value that may be changed.
Examples:
A variable species. A dependent variable. Rainfall in the tropics is highly variable.
Crude.
Being in an unrefined or natural state. Noun, the unprocessed form of oil.
Examples:
Price of crude oil. Crude manners. His crude jokes made her angry.
Literal.
Adhering strictly to the exact meaning or interpretation of words or language, without exaggeration or metaphorical meaning.
Examples:
Literal translation. Literal understanding. Her literal interpretation of the text caused her to miss the deeper meaning behind the author's words.
Experimental.
Relating to or based on new ideas, forms, methods, etc. that have not been tried before, usually to find out what effect they have.
Examples:
Experimental data. Experimental design. The product is still in the experimental stage.
Preparation.
The activity of getting ready for something or making something ready.
Examples:
A preparation program. The preparation of meals. He helped me with the preparation of this book.
Neurobiology.
A field of biology that studies the structure, function, and development of the nervous system, including the brain, spinal cord, and peripheral nerves, encompassing a wide range of research topics, including the molecular and cellular processes involved in neural signaling, the organization of neural circuits, and the neural basis of behavior, cognition, and emotion.
Examples:
Neurobiology research. Cellular neurobiology. The professor's research in neurobiology has led to groundbreaking discoveries in the field of brain science.
Worm.
A long, thin creature with a soft and long cylindrical tube-like body, no limbs, and a lack of eyes.
Examples:
Wiggly worms. Can of worms. Worms help dispose of the food waste produced by humans.
Rodent.
A small, gnawing mammal, such as a mouse, rat, or squirrel, that has sharp incisors and typically has a long, thin tail.
Examples:
Rodent repellent. Prevent rodent damage. He set up a trap to catch the rodent.
Burgeon.
To grow or develop rapidly, especially in a healthy or vigorous way.
Examples:
Burgeon rapidly. Burgeon from every corner. The city's art scene has been burgeoning recently, with new galleries and exhibitions popping up regularly.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology. Cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Valuation.
An estimation of the worth or value of something.
Examples:
Valuation report. High valuation. The valuation of the company was estimated to be billions of dollars.
Cult.
A small religious group, especially one that is not part of a larger religion and that is regarded as outside the norm, followers of an exclusive system of beliefs and practices.
Examples:
Cult members. Cult's practices. The cult leader promised his followers that they would achieve enlightenment if they followed his teachings.
Orangutan.
A large long-armed ape with red-brown hair that lives in Borneo and Sumatra and has arboreal habits.
Examples:
Orangutan arm. Female orangutan. The researcher found new species of orangutan on the island.
Shield.
A protective covering or structure, especially in the past, that soldiers held in front of their bodies to protect themselves.
Examples:
A heat shield. A shield for protecting against a bullet. Lead is an effective shield against X-rays, gamma rays, and other harmful radiation.
Immiscible.
Not capable of mixing or blending together, unable to form a homogeneous mixture.
Examples:
Immiscible liquids. Immiscible hydrocarbon. Oil and water are immiscible substances that do not mix.
Convert.
To turn something into a different form, to transform.
Examples:
Convert fat into energy. Convert base 10 to base 16. I want to convert my sadness into strength.
Currency.
A system of money in general use in a particular country.
Examples:
Currency exchange. Digital currency. The currency used in this country is the euro.
Accord.
An official agreement or treaty between two organizations, countries, etc. Verb, allow to have.
Examples:
Accord with public opinion. By national accord. The organization finally signed a peace accord.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Neurotransmitter.
A chemical that carries nerve impulses between neurons or between neurons and muscles.
Examples:
Neurotransmitter receptor. Neurotransmitters released from the brain. Endorphins are a type of neurotransmitter that gives a sense of well-being.
Locate.
To specify or determine the exact position of someone or something.
Examples:
Locate a missing pet. Locate a tumor. The robot can accurately locate construction material.
Brainstem.
The part of the vertebrate central nervous system that is continuous with the spinal cord and is composed of the medulla oblongata, pons, and midbrain, which controls many automatic functions of the body, such as heartbeat, breathing, and consciousness.
Examples:
Brainstem function. Pontine brainstem. A stroke in the brainstem can cause paralysis or even death.
Chemical.
Relating to or connected with chemistry.
Examples:
Toxic chemicals. A chemical compound. The firm has grown into a large chemical manufacturing.
Dopamine.
A chemical substance produced by nerve cells as a neurotransmitter. As a drug, it is used to treat shock and hypotension.
Examples:
Dopamine inhibiting agent. Antagonism of dopamine. The drug controls the level of dopamine in the brain.
Neuron.
A cell that is specialized to carry information within the brain and between the brain and other parts of the body.
Examples:
Excite the neurons. Neuron cell body. Our body transfers information along each neuron using an electrical impulse.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Hijack.
To seize control of an airplane or other vehicle during an operation, especially with violence.
Examples:
Hijack a helicopter. Hijack a phone number. He made a desperate effort to hijack an airliner.
Abuse.
The use of something in an incorrect or harmful manner.
Examples:
The problem of drug abuse. Victim of sexual abuse. Our company has an audit team that monitors directors for abuse of authority.
Symbol.
Something visible that is used to represent something else.
Examples:
Symbol color. Symbol for happiness. The dragon is considered a symbol of bravery.
Associate.
To mentally connect someone or something with someone or something else.
Examples:
Associate alcohol with gambling. Associate with people widely. The majority of consumers associate this brand with quality.
Assign.
To give a specific job or piece of work to a someone.
Examples:
Assign projects. Assign top priority. Please assign a different color to each other kind of item.
Abstract.
Based on general ideas, feelings, or qualities and not on any of physical or concrete existence.
Examples:
An abstract noun. Abstract science. The invention of the camera triggered the development of abstract painting.
Superpower.
A country or nation that has significant global influence or formidable military, economic, or technological strength. A supernatural ability or force capable of extraordinary feats or feats beyond normal human capabilities.
Examples:
Superpower country. Superpower leader. The ability to fly like a bird is often considered a superpower in comic books and movies.
Deny.
To state that one refuses to admit the existence or truth of something.
Examples:
adamantly deny killing, deny the allegations. He is still denying stealing the money from the cash register.
Instinct.
An inborn behavioral pattern that is often responsive to specific stimuli, an innate feeling that causes you to act or believe that something is true.
Examples:
instinct for self-preservation, aggressive instinct. When faced with a dangerous situation, his initial instinct was to flee.
Survival.
The state of continuing to exist or live, frequently in the face of difficulty or danger.
Examples:
survival ability, survival food. He evaluated his chances for survival rather pessimistically.
Mere.
Used to emphasize how insignificant or minor someone or something is.
Examples:
mere acquaintance, mere incident. He lost the election by mere votes.
Heaven.
Of various religious and mythological traditions, a place or state of existence considered to be the abode of the divine, the afterlife, or a higher realm of being, a state of great happiness, contentment, or beauty.
Examples:
ascend to heaven, heaven on earth. He felt like heaven when he tasted the delicious chocolate cake.
Committed.
Willing to put in a lot of effort, time, and energy into something, firmly believing in something.
Examples:
in a committed relationship, strong and committed sales staff. Our company is strongly committed to meeting customers' needs.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
a mass of molten rock, critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Suicide.
The act of killing yourself intentionally.
Examples:
commit suicide, suicide attack. In an economically prosperous country, most male suicide is due to child support problems.
Predicate.
A statement or assertion about something, especially a statement in logic or grammar. Verb, to base or found on a particular fact or assumption.
Examples:
a predicate that it's true. Predicate noun. The predicate of the sentence states the action or condition of the subject.
Spaceship.
Especially in science fiction, a spacecraft designed to carry a crew into interstellar space.
Examples:
a spaceship to survey the moon. Alien spaceship. They launched a crewless spaceship into space.
Visible.
Capable of being seen or open to easy view.
Examples:
Visible stars. Visible by X-ray. My home is easily visible from the shore.
Comet.
A celestial object consisting of a nucleus of ice and dust that goes around the sun.
Examples:
The surface of the comet. Comet Halley. The comet's bright tail could be seen in the night sky.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly, or extremely.
Examples:
Incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Tragic.
Causing great sadness or suffering, very unfortunate.
Examples:
Tragic love stories. Tragic death. The tragic events of the war left many families torn apart.
Degree.
A unit of measurement for angles, temperature, or level of proficiency or achievement, a rank or level of academic or professional attainment.
Examples:
Bachelor's degree. Degree centigrade. She received her degree in psychology from the university.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
Survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Narrative.
A story or a description of a series of events or process of telling a story.
Examples:
Narrative poetry. Personal narrative. The narrative handles multiple plot lines and has unpredictable ends.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Deploy.
To move troops or weapons into a position or military action, to bring into something in an effective way.
Examples:
Deploy troops for battle. Deploy safety measures. This country deployed its weapons in the East region.
Addict.
A person who cannot stop using or doing something as a habit, especially something harmful.
Examples:
A drug addict. Internet addict. We have become TV addicts due to video streaming services.
Contribute.
To give something, especially money or goods, to provide or achieve something together with other people.
Examples:
Contribute a large sum of money to the fund. contribute to society. Government workers cannot contribute to political campaigns.
Psychosis.
A serious mental disorder characterized by a disconnection from reality, often including hallucinations, delusions, and a lack of insight into one's condition.
Examples:
Psychosis treatment, drug-induced psychosis. He was diagnosed with psychosis and was hospitalized for treatment.
Gesture.
A movement of the hands, head, or face that express a particular meaning.
Examples:
Gesture of goodwill, hand gesture. She made a facial gesture to express disagreement.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount, enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement, decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Diaper.
A soft, absorbent piece of material worn by babies and young children around their waist and between their legs to catch urine and feces.
Examples:
Diaper bag, cloth diaper. I need to buy a pack of diapers for my baby before we run out.
Calculus.
A branch of mathematics that deals with rates of change and limits, the accumulation of hard mineral deposits that can form in organs or ducts in the body, such as kidney stones or gallstones.
Examples:
Calculus equations, calculus disease. I needed help understanding the advanced calculus course material.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things, to narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship, to empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story, relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Curiosity.
A strong desire to know or learn about something.
Examples:
Boundless curiosity. Satisfy my intellectual curiosity. We are motivated by curiosity rather than necessity.
Frame.
A strong border or structure of the wood, metal, etc. that surrounds something such as a picture, door, or window.
Examples:
A picture frame. The frame of the policy. The detective looked for fingerprints on the window frame.
Parallel.
Being everywhere equidistant and not intersecting, of or relating to the simultaneous performance of multiple operations.
Examples:
A parallel case. Parallel processing. He walked a road parallel to the railroad.
Element.
A fundamental or essential part of something.
Examples:
New design elements. Non-metallic elements. Natural selection is an essential element in Darwin's theory of evolution.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples:
Communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.
Straight.
Extending or moving in one direction without bending or curving, having no deviations.
Examples:
A straight line. Straight for 2 months. He was sick for 5 straight days.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Subtle.
Not readily apparent or visible.
Examples:
Subtle changes. A subtle poison. The room was painted in a subtle pink hue.
Cue.
A signal, gesture, or action that provides information or direction for someone else to act or respond, a reminder or prompt for someone to do something.
Examples:
Cue card. Visual cue. The director gave the actor a cue to begin the scene.
Admiration.
The feeling or attitude of respect and approval for someone or something.
Examples:
Ungrudging admiration. Admiration by other people. The artist received admiration for their work from critics and fans alike.
Afterward.
After the time mentioned.
Examples:
A few years afterward. Go there afterward. We will explain the countermeasure concerning this problem afterward.
Punch.
To strike someone or something with one's fist, to make a hole in something.
Examples:
Punch out numbers. Punch a ticket. He punched the wall in anger.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something. Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Chase.
To pursue something or someone, to catch or capture them. To go after something vigorously or with determination. Noun, a pursuit or a hunt, a narrow groove or channel cut into a surface, often used for decorative purposes.
Examples:
Chase a dream. Wild goose chase. The police officer chased the suspect through the crowded streets until they finally caught him.
Arrange.
To plan, prepare for, and carry out something.
Examples:
Arrange the meeting. The list was arranged alphabetically. I need to arrange plans with him for the celebration.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Economics.
The branch of social science that deals with the production, consumption, and transfer of goods and services.
Examples:
Welfare economics. Economics professor. His class will cover an introduction to agricultural economics.
Contrive.
To plan, devise, or invent something skillfully, often cleverly or cunningly. To bring about or create through careful planning or ingenuity. To scheme or plot to achieve a specific outcome.
Examples:
Contrive an excuse. Contrive a plan. He always finds a way to contrive a clever solution to any problem.
Ultimatum.
A final demand or proposal presented by one party to another, usually with a threat of serious consequences if the terms are not met.
Examples:
Ultimatum deadline. An ultimatum for their rebellious teenager. The company issued an ultimatum to its employees, demanding a pay cut or face layoffs.
Doll.
A child's toy that typically represents a human figure, especially a young girl, an attractive woman, a woman who is subservient or passive.
Examples:
Plastic doll. Rag doll. The antique doll was worth thousands of dollars.
Split.
To divide, or to make something divide into two or more parts, especially along a particular line.
Examples:
Split a bill. Split a reward equally. Companies often split their shares to lower the stock price and encourage investors to buy.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
Passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Reject.
To refuse to accept, consider, or use something or someone.
Examples:
Reject the proposal. Reject all imperfect merchandise. The company rejected the job candidate's application due to a lack of experience.
Rational.
Based on reason or logic, using good judgment and sound thinking.
Examples:
Rational decision. The rational faculty. The rational approach to problem solving involves weighing all options.
Economical.
Providing a satisfactory return on the money, time, or effort, not using more money, fuel, etc. than necessary.
Examples:
Economical use of her time. An economical meal. It is more economical to wash your plastic bottle and reuse it.
Indifferent.
Having no strong feeling or preference, neutral.
Examples:
Indifferent attitude. An indifferent glance. The doctor remained indifferent to the patient's pleas for a second opinion.
Flip.
To turn over into a different position quickly, to throw or toss with a light motion.
Examples:
Flip over the pork chop. Flip a coin. He flipped when he heard that he had been accepted into the university.
Mad.
Insane, especially due to a mental illness, very angry.
Examples:
A mad person. Gets mad easily. He was mad with joy to see the results.
Unfair.
Not giving equal treatment or opportunities to people involved, marked by injustice, partiality, or deception.
Examples:
Unfair employment practices. Have an unfair advantage. In a democracy, it is necessary to monitor the judiciary to see if it is making unfair decisions.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Apparatus.
The equipment, materials, or tools that are used to perform a specific task, often in a scientific, technical, or industrial setting.
Examples:
Apparatus malfunction. Respiratory apparatus. The laboratory apparatus made it possible for the scientist to experiment.
Depth.
The distance between the top and bottom of something, between the top surface and a distance below it.
Examples:
Depth camera. The depth of the water. The pond's depth was around 5 feet.
Assay.
To analyze or test a substance for its chemical composition or its quantity, to attempt or try something.
Examples:
Assay the sample. Assay the protein. Scientists must assay the chemical properties of the new drug before using it on humans.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Exploit.
To make full use of and gain an advantage from resources, opportunities, etc.
Examples:
Exploit a security hole. Exploit a valuable opportunity. We exploit our mining resources to strengthen our national power.
Humming.
Producing a continuous, low, vibrating sound like that of the bee.
Examples:
Humming sound. Hummingbird. The humming of the bees filled the air as she walked through the garden.
Canary.
A small, typically yellow songbird that is often kept as a pet or used to denote the presence of gas or other hazards in a mine.
Examples:
Canary bird. Canary yellow. The canary in the coal mine was used as an early warning system for miners about dangerous gases.
Exchange.
To give something and receive something else in return, often with the implication that the items being traded are of equal or comparable value. Noun, the act of giving or taking something in return for something else. A place or system where goods or services can be bought, sold, or traded.
Examples:
Exchange rate. Exchange a few friendly words. My sister and I frequently exchange books as we love reading.
Sensor.
A device that receives a signal or stimulus such as heat, pressure, light, motion, etc. and responds to it in a specific manner.
Examples:
Motion sensor lighting. An image sensor. This automatic door could no longer be opened due to a sensor failure.
Methane.
A chemical compound with the chemical formula CH4 with no smell or color, often used as a fuel.
Examples:
Atmospheric methane. Reduce methane emissions. The ignition of methane gas in the plant killed 5 employees.
Carbon.
A chemical element that can be found in pure form as diamond or graphite, and it is also an essential part of coal and oil and is found in all plants and animals.
Examples:
Carbon dioxide. Carbon emission. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and give off oxygen.
Oxide.
A chemical compound that contains at least one oxygen atom and one other element.
Examples:
Silver oxide. Combined oxide. The blood's red coloring comes from iron oxide.
Oxygen.
The chemical element with the symbol O that is present in air and water and is necessary for people, animals, and plants to live.
Examples:
The hydrogen binds the oxygen. Lack of oxygen. The passenger grabbed for the oxygen mask.
Diminish.
To reduce or be reduced in size, extent, or importance, to make something smaller, weaker, etc.
Examples:
Diminish a reputation. Diminish swelling. As people get old, their energies may diminish.
Swoon.
To faint or lose consciousness due to overwhelming emotion, excitement, or admiration, to be deeply affected or impressed by someone or something.
Examples:
Nearly swoon in surprise. Swoon with delight. She couldn't help but swoon over the romantic proposal in the moonlit garden.
Warn.
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples:
Warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.
Blunt.
Having a dull or rounded edge or point, not sharp, straightforward in speech or manner, often to the point of being rude or insensitive.
Examples:
Blunt criticism. Blunt force. The blunt knife made it difficult to cut through the tough steak.
Numb.
Unable to feel physical sensation and movement, not showing human feeling or sensitivity.
Examples:
Numb with cold. A numb mind. My left arm became numb.
Forth.
Forward, outward, or onward in location, direction, or progress, into view or consideration, with confidence, boldness, or in the open.
Examples:
Bring forth a beautiful vase. Call forth demand. I pushed forth with my new project, even though it would take much hard work.
Sensitivity.
The ability to perceive or respond to subtle differences or changes. The ability to understand and respond to the needs and feelings of others.
Examples:
Sensitivity analysis. Become full of sensitivity. The instrument has a high sensitivity to temperature changes.
Remarkable.
Worthy of attention because unusual or special.
Examples:
remarkable achievement, the remarkable breadth of knowledge. The election was a remarkable success for the Whigs.
Emerge.
To move out of or away from something and become visible.
Examples:
emerge as a butterfly, emerge from poverty. During colonial eras, new migratory patterns emerged.
Mathematics.
The science dealing with the logic of quantities, shapes, spaces, and arrangement.
Examples:
a good grounding in mathematics. Mathematics competition. He has a flair for mathematics.
Notion.
A general idea or understanding of something, particularly an abstract or complex concept, a belief or opinion, often one that is not based on solid evidence or facts.
Examples:
notion of success. Vague notion. The notion of time travel has long fascinated scientists and fiction writers alike.
Optimal.
The best, most likely to be successful or advantageous.
Examples:
achieve optimal health. Optimal for intellectual growth. Wild animals need to go forward with the optimal action to survive.
Compute.
To make a mathematical calculation.
Examples:
compute an average score. Compute the value. I tried to compute the efficiency of the investment.
Carve.
To create something by cutting wood or stone, to turn sharply.
Examples:
carve a statue. Carve my name on the plate. This statue is carved from a single tree trunk.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Synchronize.
To happen or cause to happen at the same time or rate.
Examples:
synchronize movements. Synchronize our watches. The ball speed will increase when the lower body movements are perfectly synchronized.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
a private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Inference.
A conclusion reached based on evidence and reasoning, a deduction or assumption.
Examples:
Make an inference. Logical inference. Based on ice core samples, scientists can draw inferences about the Earth's past climate.
Dyad.
A group of two individuals or entities considered as a unit, a pair, or couple, a social group consisting of two members.
Examples:
Dyad relationship. Social dyad. In psychotherapy, the therapeutic dyad consists of the therapist and the patient, and their relationship is crucial to the therapeutic process.
Boundary.
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Cognition.
The psychological process of perception and learning and reasoning, the mental action or process by which knowledge and understanding are developed in the mind.
Examples:
Social cognition. Cognition disorder. The professor focused on the research of infant cognition.
Classic.
Judged or deserving to be regarded as one of the best or most important of its kind over a period of time, of a well-known type.
Examples:
A classic experiment. Chinese classic literature. He displayed the classic symptoms of depression.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Damage.
To harm or cause injury to something or someone, often resulting in decreased value or functionality, to impair or negatively affect something, such as a reputation or relationship. Noun, harm or injury that is caused to a person, thing, or entity.
Examples:
Damage a relationship. Damage assessment. During the surgery, the doctor had to be extremely cautious not to damage a blood vessel.
Redefine.
To change the meaning or interpretation of something. To make people think about something in a new or different way.
Examples:
Redefine customer experience. Redefine our role. The video telephony application has redefined the way we work.
Lexicon.
All the words and phrases of a particular language or branch of knowledge, such as nautical or medical.
Examples:
Greek-English lexicon. Lexicon of business phrases. This bilingual lexicon was essential for his language improvement.
Opposed.
Being completely different from something or disagreeing strongly with something.
Examples:
Two opposed characters. Absolutely opposed to abortion. I'm strongly opposed to that plan.
Characterize.
To describe the distinctive nature or features of someone or something. To be a distinguishing feature of.
Examples.
Characterize the relationship. Characterize his work. Their love of discovery and exploration often characterizes the adventurous spirit of the explorer.
Depression.
A mental condition in which a person feels very unhappy and without hope for the future, a severe recession in an economy or market.
Examples.
The Great Depression. The root problem of her depression. Depression symptoms might include a decrease in appetite and weight loss.
Autism.
A developmental disorder characterized by difficulties in social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication.
Examples.
High-functioning autism. Autism spectrum disorder. There is no cure for autism, but early intervention and therapy can improve outcomes for individuals with the condition.
Spectrum.
An ordered array of colors into which a light beam can be split.
Examples.
A broad spectrum of opinion. Infrared spectrum. This device displayed the speech spectrum spectrographically.
Disorder.
An untidy state or a lack of organization, a physical condition or illness that causes problems with how a section of the body or brain functions.
Examples.
The files are in complete disorder. People with bipolar disorder. The doctor prescribed some medicine for the mental disorder.
Deficit.
The total amount by which money spent is greater than money earned in a particular period of time, the property of being an amount by which something, especially an amount of money, is less than expected or required.
Examples.
Federal budget deficit. An accumulative deficit. Exchange rate fluctuations have increased that country's trade deficit.
Hyperactive.
Excessively or abnormally active, restless, or easily excitable, particularly about children or animals with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD.
Examples.
Hyperactive child. Hyperactive imagination. The hyperactive dog was running around the house, knocking things over.
Collaborate.
To work with someone else to produce or achieve something.
Examples.
Collaborate with the police. Collaborate on a press release. She agreed to collaborate with him in creating new artwork.
Hub.
The central or main part of a particular place, activity, network, etc. The central part of a car wheel, fan, propeller, etc., through which the shaft or axle passes.
Examples.
A hub of commerce. Education hub. This airport has taken the first step to become an international hub airport.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Invite.
To ask someone to come or join, to offer an opportunity or possibility for something to happen or take place.
Examples:
Invite guests. Invite criticism. We want to invite you to our annual charity event.
Guidance.
Advice or instructions given to help direct someone's behavior or decision making.
Examples:
Vocational guidance. Guidance counselor. The mentor provided guidance to the young entrepreneur, helping her navigate the business world.
Profoundly.
To a great or complete degree, deeply.
Examples:
Profoundly insightful. Sleep profoundly. The novel affected her profoundly, causing her to question her beliefs and values.
Creature.
A living being, especially an animal.
Examples:
Creature of habit. Artificial creature. The deep-sea creature was unlike anything the scientists had ever seen before.
Solitary.
Existing, living, or doing without others.
Examples:
Use of solitary confinement. A solitary traveler. He never uttered a solitary word.